hour and a half. UPS, Micro Center, Flipper Zero Mod. Holy crap, I forgot about that. That has to be taken care of. ASAP. 110%. I totally forgot. Mans needs this before DEF CON. And this, it takes about 20 minutes. So we're good to go. Where is my blade? Where is my super suit? Where is... This will be good. All right, sick. Goddamn knockoff Spudgy. Where's my Jimmy for real? There it is. Okay. Order number. You put a label in here. Dude, I've been getting the nicest letters from like customers with their packages. One guy slipped me a 20. He slipped me a 20. All right, let's print out his label because it is here. Yeah, let's print out his label. This is a guy from California. And let's print the ABS back plate. That way we can get that order out. 5 bare bones. Printed 27 labels, which is a lot. But we've gotten 11 plus the Halehound done, so that is a win. That is a solid win. And I have to reply back to all the people that... It's like 6 people, thank God. Hey, Gearbox! Gearbox, you won! Did you email me? I'm checking the email now. Where's my YubiKey? Holy crap. Okay, right there. There we go. Did you email me? Yes, you did. Okay, give me 1 second. I am about to take care of it. I just have to log into the email and print out your label and send you. That's yet another. How am I doing today? I'm in a rush, dude. Put that in my pocket because I need that for tomorrow's video. I was so in a rush that I gotta be honest with you. I recorded the video that like 15 people have been asking me to record, but I am slacking on my 3-part series on the Widboard Pro. I'm not slacking. I started the first 7 minutes, but then I switched shirts because I had to stop what I was doing that day. So that's not been good. But I digress. Let's log in. Okay, yes. Touch. Don't ask again. Small farmers, hello. Hey, hi, how's it going? Okay, tech at tech.tech. Tech deck. Wintermore, okay. Touch. Next. Sick, good afternoon. What up, Double Joe? Dude, I just got the most... Well, that email just broke my heart. Holy crap. Got it. Modding it live. I just got like the most heartwarming, heartbreaking email I've ever gotten in my life. Hey, Gearbox, I didn't get no email. It's tech at Valleytechsolutions.Tech. Dude, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. This email just... I mean, I'm not going to show it, but that... Cancer sucks. That's all I'm going to say. That was heartwarming and devastating at the same time. Okay, let's print this label. We can... listen, just Gearbox, tech at Valleytechsolutions.Tech, and I will print your label. But Mans' email and I know exactly who it is. So it's like, damn, that. Let me write this down. Flipper RGB flat. Nah, you're good, you're good. Somebody sent me a really, really, really nice email, but it was incredibly devastating at the same time, and I was like, holy crap. But, you know, I'm gonna send him a really nice email back. And I forgot to print the ABS backplate. Damn, we should probably get that done. And then 1300 CM5, 8 gigabyte, that's the last one. I was supposed to get 8 gigabyte CM5s over the weekend, and I had them in my cart so I could get them for Mike. And I got to the checkout only for them to go out of stock, which sucks because that was definitely something I needed, like, badly. And I don't like, I like Raspberry Pi, but I'm starting to loathe Raspberry Pi very, very, very much, to be perfectly honest with you. They lowered the price by $30 at Micro Center and then increased the price again, which is, I mean, needless to say, kind of crummy, to be perfectly honest with you. CYD, blush, cat toy, no, not cat toy. Biscuit case, Marauder case, C5 case, Marauder C5 case, what is that? Rose Heart, Flipper 1, ABS. A car battery tray and the War Ping made it. Yeah, man. If you want my advice on ABS, print it at like 75 to 100% infill. Use 3D lac, and it will 100% make you appreciate it a lot more. Give me 1 second. We're about to start building. I lost my. Where is it? Where is it? Carbon. That is, that's not good. I do not know where I put my drive. Yeah, that's not good at all. Let's open Discord, which is something I have not wanted to do for the last, like, 5 days. 10% used, ugh. Carbon computers. Google Drive. How about, okay, that's there. Download, that's the Latte Panda. I do not know. I have to take the measurements for the CalCam. That's something I definitely need to do. At least one, yeah, 100%. I am, okay. What about this? That is not it. That's not it. Where would this Google Drive be? Yeah, that is annoying. Oh my God. Where did I put this Google Drive? At least one? Yeah, 100%. Well, we're about to get started building. I just need to find where this Google Drive is. There we go. Okay, I guess not. That's not good. That is maybe this. Nope, that's not good either. How about that? The file does not exist. Wow, that's fantastic. Where did this Google Drive go? I had it on the screen, but then when I switched displays, went all over the place. Which, I think I found it. It was just hiding. Found it! Thank God. Sweet. Okay, let's go to Flux. No, U console. Backplate. CNC step file. And where's the ABS? ABS backplate right there. Okay, that's good. All right, we're almost there. Sweet. Sick. Let me press print on this damn thing and we're good to go. Pet G? No, absolutely not. Corny! What's up, baby boy? What you doing? Why ABS? Okay, so I prefer ABS glass fiber over Pet G, even though Pet GCF is like really good. It all depends. I swear by ABS glass fiber now. It's stable. It's not. What's up, Summer B? What's up, man? Seth, what's up, man? How are you, man? Also, I gotta message you back. I know I gotta message you back about your order because it was received. So I have to take care of all of that, which I am. And we're gonna go to X1C. Let's flip this over. X1C, strength. Let's go to device. Go there. X1C. Go back here. Sync info. Continue to sync filaments. Overwrite. Bada bing. ABS-GF. Now, overlap, infill, 85 and 85. Now, we don't need any supports. We do, in fact, need to iron this damn thing, though. Ironing. Topmost layer. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, sick. Go over here. Print plate. Refresh. Send. Nice. Okay. Cool. We're in there. Is my Vape charged? My Vape is not charged. I gotta charge my pen after I charge my watch, after I charge my clippers, after I charge my, what else do I gotta charge? I gotta charge my book. I gotta charge my camera. There's so many things to charge, man. I mean, we just got PPACF, but I have to be perfectly real with you, man. PPACF is in the way. Like, it is quite literally in the way. I don't get it. It doesn't, if you use 3D lac, it'll never come off the build plate. If you use a type of glue, it'll come off with the adhesive. It looks wrong. It is annoying, man. But luckily, we fully assembled this and recorded the build video, but this is the third time I try to record a Halehound build video, and I just don't like the way it looks. How is it that people get those overhead shots? Do they have like a harness or something? And I'm using an Osmo 4P and a 3P, and a 3, so it's like, those are perfect for close-up shots, but for the shot that I need, you know what I mean? Have you done any quick with the T-dongles? You can actually flash Piglet on the T-dongle C5, believe it or not. This is done. Now I got to do Josh's. Josh's is in pieces here, so that's going to take a second. Hey, bro, I need guidance from, bro, fix things, break things. You'll learn a lot, especially when you break a lot of things and then fix them. But no, just stay in school. And then, I guess work on the things that you want to work on, man. I do, however, need shrink wrap. Like, I am not in no way, shape, or form a good example of anything, to be perfectly honest with you. But the most important thing is it's not about being beginner or advanced. I'm good at repairing things. That's my specialty, build and repair. But, you know, in the process, I work on different projects, and I like seeing things that shouldn't exist. Seth, I got my local AI running on my old cheap Pi 5. That, see, man, okay, so I ran the LLM 8850. I don't understand the AI hats for the Pis. It's just, there are better options. But, you know, it's a nice learning experience. All of it is a nice learning experience, to say the least. We have to build the ward box at one point for Zeke, and probably do a video. I shouted out Zeke at the end of my Halehound build. This is an ATGM. I'm going to put there, and then this is that. So we're going to put that right there, and then we're going to finish building this cyber deck. But before we do all that, we have to do one thing. Shout out Meat Canyon for being the first thing that pop up on my feed. My favorite Vietnamese restaurant just shouted me out. Yo, what's up? You haven't messaged me on Discord. Drifter Guy, I have not been on Discord, but I got you. What is your username? 5-star, what's up, man? That is a wisp block. Okay, that's a wisp block. Give me 1 second. Let me hit the auto post thing. Yeah, it's official, boys. The Carbon Computer console has got to be the best console I like. Custom. Clockwork time. Very. Bye. Okay, sick. Alright, thank God. Cal, Amazon should be delivering the battery for my Halehound build today. I've been using a 500 to... Ooh! Dude, there is a new Amazon link that I have posted for Halehound in particular. And I've been including a 550 milliamp hour battery. However, there is, in fact, a really nice battery from Adafruit that they're selling at Micro Center now. It's expensive for my tastes, if you ask me, because $15 for a battery is insane. But I think I got a couple here somewhere in this mess of stuff. Put that there, and let's open this up. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Nope, that ain't it either. I think this is it. Nope, that ain't it. Is this it? Nope, that's a Biscuit battery. That's a BiscuitShop battery. Let's check here. I think this is it. Yes, these in particular. So you can get these at Micro Center now, and they're actually, not that bad. They're liter batteries and Adafruit batteries. Like this is an Adafruit battery. And they also, this is for a cyber deck. I should probably hide that, put that not there. This is the battery that I'm talking about. It's a 1200 milliamp hour battery. And Jesse was able to fit this inside of a build. But there's an even better battery than this. It's a 1500 milliamp hour battery. I put it in the description on my website. And I will be 100% real with you. I am comfortable fitting a 500 to 1000 milliamp hour battery, 500 milliamp hour battery, or 1000 milliamp hour battery. Everything more than that is just man. Like, you do with you as you will, but me, I need a little bit of slack. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, like, to be able to work on it open box. The way Jesse and Zeke work on it is it's tilted. So they are effectively cutting their wires in half. Now, like, I need that extra bit, dude. Just a tip, dude. Just a little bit. All right, put this over here. I have to, this weekend didn't work out, but I have to clean this entire area off. So we're gonna finish building this. I like longer wires in my projects. Okay, so look, on a Halehound, you do not want too much wire. The more wire you do, the more you're gonna have a bad time. It's just how it is. But essentially, now I'm going to grab these and then grab that. I have to grab LoRa antennas, which I have one right here, thank God. Wisp block baseboard. Put that right there. I got an awesome message yesterday, and now I know exactly how to build my N37E, and it was, in fact, an adapter that I had no idea was on the floor that I guess I dropped in the process. Which still kind of confuses me, but, you know, whatever. I don't understand why. I've never seen a ZIF connector to ZIF connector extender. I didn't even think that that was a thing. But apparently it is. I'm going to be live for another hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, that actually, I thought Zeke rage baits me all the time while I'm live. So I thought Zeke was rage baiting me until he called me later and he was like, no, I'm serious. I was like, what? What's up, Yinzer? What is your biggest challenge you've ever faced? You're dealing with? Share me your insights. I'd rather not. Good afternoon, ESP. What's up, Espresso? How are you, man? Let's go, Steelers. Once upon a time, I used to watch sports, and then I stopped caring. I think sports, for me, became like, I stopped wanting to watch after I started seeing people take sports really seriously, and like sports betting, that's not really appealing to me. But, you know, to each their own. Of course. Of course. And let's put that over there. Okay, that's a 16 slate. And Tech is so much. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, man. I'm not really, like, I used to be a Ravens fan, dude. Yeah, I used to be a Ravens fan, but now I don't really care. Try rock climbing. I like hikes. I live right next to my favorite park. Bouldering. I've never heard of that. What is bouldering? Am I missing something? What the hell? Where are my tweezers? Huh. Where are my tweezers? Those are those tweezers. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, I'll put these over here. And then put that over there. Grab these tweezers and these tweezers. And we're good to go. Ow. Sick. It's rock climbing, but no harness. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks, Lev. I can relate. I hate sports. Yeah, man, no. Listen, I once upon a time loved going to football games with my dad. But it was, I guess, like, I don't know. It wasn't about the sports, I guess. My little brother, though, he's not really that little anymore. He's a doctor, but thanks, ZZZ. But my little brother is a big sports head. And I still don't understand how you can be so busy being in a hospital all day and still watch sports, but, you know, It's not for me. Let's put this here and tilt that to the side. Like that. And then grab that. And that is going to go like this. So we are going to cut that out. Where is my razor, man? How is it that I don't know where my razor is? It was just here. That's okay, that works. What are you guys doing on a Tuesday? Lunch break, nice, man. I forgot to make breakfast because I am behind. Okay, that was weird. Frankie Frank, drifter guy. You know what? I am going to make this work anyway. There we go. Now we'll put the little catcher right there. And then we'll put this hook. Frankie Frank. I didn't know that, man. Man, you're the GOAT, dude. What do you mean? I'm just a guy who builds stuff. Sometimes not as good as he wants it. Let's put that there. And let's not power this thing on without an antenna, or else we're going to have a bad time. Just the lure radio in particular, because if we do power it on without an antenna present, it'll probably fry the whole damn thing. There's nothing about it for T-dongles, man. T-dongles. Everybody in these T-dongles. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. LilyGo should be lucky that there's even 2 awesome war driving firmwares for the T-dongle. The reason why I say that is because the T-dongle S3 has a use case scenario for having a USB and the S3. The S3 is capable of HID emulation. The C5 isn't. But they could have, man, they could have done something really cool, but they didn't. So it's like, those 2 firmware at the very least, pretty cool. Okay, I'm pissed. Where's my razor? Where is my razor, man? that sideways, just like that. And then grab our tweezers and peel that back. Put that there. And then from there, we'll set that just like that. As for the FPC antenna, I think we're still good to go. Let's put that there. And power that on. Yeah, I think we're good. Put that in there, in the hole. Firmly grasp it. There we go. Go. We know his power's on. Radio, what's up? How are you, sis? I mean, yeah, yes, but like not like actively, in a sense. If I had like a way where everything could be done online, it would be so much easier, but it's not like that. Okay, where is our thing? Put it. Damn it! I forgot the one important thing that we needed. I forgot the RPSMA to IPEX. That's what we needed. Damn, that sucks. But we'll fix that. What am I building? A super souped up, yeah, nice boot animation, man. I'm building a cyber deck with all the bells and whistles. Mostly whistles. That's SMA with RPSMA. GPS. And we're good to go. Nice. Whew. That's stressful. Put that there, put that there, put this here, push that down. And we'll put this in here. What's up, Rexy? It's good to see you too, brother. Put that there. Grab these. Put all the hooks and rings in there and all the bells and whistles. Grab that. Put that right there. It's a baggie full of nuts, which is nice because I needed this for SMA. Hell, no. Most definitely the most sped technician that's ever lived. 100% the most sped. LoRa antenna. Put that there. Put this here. Put that back in the drawer. Screws. Nice. It says so. Pull this out. How are you, man? That was a doozy. Put that in there. Grab that. And then we're going to remove that. There. Cal, where has Snorin been? I think he just moved into a new place. He just posted a video recently, but I think he was moving, which is why he didn't post for a while. His videos are amazing. Let's push that over there. Put that over here. End up in all of this stuff. I don't know what that means. Let's put that right there. FPC antenna away from everything else. Now we've kind of doubled down on that whole approach, which means that we can put our RP SMA antenna over here, which is, that is what that is. And we can plug that in straight to the Pi. Dude, no, that's not a good thing, man. I don't do videos for that reason, man. I like going over cool things, man, but not everywhere. Yeah, Trey, as always, man. But I said till Monday, but Monday was kind of hectic yesterday, wasn't it? But to be perfectly honest with you, I just like doing videos on the sake of it. What's up, Fried? What's up, man? And I get like personally annoyed with myself when people are like, stop posting videos. I'm buying everything. And it's like, don't do that. You don't need everything. Like, it's kind of like the most reason why I give away most of like the doubles that I have. If I get like 2 or 3 of something, it just gives me an excuse to give it away. However, I will admit there is one thing that I'm really confused about. Usually Meshnology will send like 2 or 3 of a radio, and this time they sent 1. And I was like, huh. But they sent a bunch of other radios that I had already gone over. So I was like, I'll just give them away. So that works. It's not like there was a new update on the ThinkNode M5. There we go. That fit perfectly. Now where's the hook? No. No. Put that there. As an all-meal dinner, not with white man. I was thinking today, I was like, while I'm out, I'm just going to grab a whole thing of oatmeal. And when I wake up in the morning, at the very least, eat a bowl of cereal. Because how I typically go, right? Zombie, what's up, baby boy? Typically what I like to do is work until I feel like I've earned like a lunch break. Does that make sense? However, that can't really be that sustainable, especially when you're like stressed and you're like, by 4:30 comes around, you're like, I want to just go to bed. Okay, Wi-Fi antenna, we can worry about it in a second. But we can put the IPEX to UFL. make sure not to bend that antenna. I just clipped my own finger. Should have probably put this on first. There we go. Nice. Not nice. Nice? Yeah, nice. Sick. How are we gonna do this? Like that. There we go. Nice. Now we're gonna push this in. Excellent. Oh, believe it or not, guys, sometime this week, I'm probably gonna be going over this image in particular. Yeah, no, yeah. Hey, brother, what ESP chip is the best? Affordable. I want to use IPEX to SMA connector to a DIY Yagi to increase the range. What are you working on? Yeah, what are you working on? But yeah, Seed Studio, 100%. Whatever it is, solution, Seed Studio. All right, that works. Is all of the modules lighting up? They are. That means we do have a LoRa nude on the inside, and it's wired through UART, which is fantastic because it means that we can communicate both the SBC and the microcontroller together. And what else did I add? A GPS. So that's sick. So they are shared. We got the ATGM with the LoRa and the Pi to make a DIY AIO. That is another thing I have to do a video on, is the AIO hat by Hacker Gadgets and the mini SDR dongle that they came out with. That is probably going to be tomorrow. I'll shoot for tomorrow. No. Tomorrow is the CYD hat, and then Monday is going to be the Lab 401 video, and then I have 2 weeks after that. I'm doing an instructional on the build that we're doing on the Chinese camera. And then after that, oh my God, it's a whole thing. So even though I really don't like planning, there's a plan. But StackChan. So in case you guys didn't know, this Friday is like my 1 year anniversary posting on YouTube. So that's nice. And in the process, I'm probably going to do a StackChan video. Or I might switch it up. I'm not exactly sure. That's a thick boy. That's a very thick. Yeah, that's beefy. I need to look it up. I'm a hammer up and getting used to these chip modules. Well, what do you plan on doing though, man? That's kind of the thing. It's all use case scenario. Like HID, small AI projects. S3s are great. Small home automation, C2s, C3s, C6s. It all comes down to what you want to do and what you actually need. What is the life on this one? About 6.5, 7 hours. Raspberry Pi 5s eat power like it's nothing. They just gobble it up. Now I need my automatic screwdriver. There's my knife. I found my knife. There it is. Knife. Now, Ka-phone. Ka-tweezers. There we go. Nice. I was wondering where my snips were. You know, I never thought I'd say it, but I desperately need a pen protector. You know what I mean? Like the certified nerd pocket. I need it badly. Very, very badly. I'm okay with not looking stylish. I need the thing that is actually going to help me. So, I'm going to probably look for a new uniform thing. Screwdriver. Up here. There it is. See? Magic. Is that it? Nope, that's the helm. Put that there. Ka-phone. Ka-tweezers. K1100s and selected markets. That's a weird email. Bill Nye the Science Guy. See, they laugh when I wear my apron, man, but that thing is useful, dude. What's up, Dirk? Why are my 3D lack, dude? 3D lack. That's a secret Jesse and Sasquatch gave me that has helped me never have a failed print ever. That stuff is magic, dude. Swear to God. Everybody says the same thing, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. I would argue that I look like a foot. Yeah, what's up, Oinker? Cal card vid. I will do a Cal card vid. It's I want it to be perfect. And Coco, Just Call Me Coco, was like, you should add the scene from American Psycho where he passes the card and he's like, look at the texture of it. Ivory or whatever. Which, by the way, I watched that movie and it makes no sense. So, way to ruin Batman for me, man. You mean the twerking pig? There's a snake in my boot. Hold on. Oh, now I understand Gusty Oiker. I get it now. I get it. Freddie, what's up, baby boy? How you doing? Yeah, but it's got everything in it, so that's a win. Nope, that screw is non-existent. So, I'm almost sure that that's why I double check all of them, because if it's missing a screw, I'm going to be pissed. Let's go. All right. Now that we've gotten that out the way, we have to get a hook, which is over here. But it's not gonna fit, so we gotta slowly file that hole down. What's up, Alex? What's up, man? How are you? I love your face, man. Welcome to, well, thanks for dropping in. There we go. There we go. Nice. Excellent. And your stream, ah, man. You are appreciated. There we go. Bada bing. Now we gotta add the Wi-Fi antenna, but, and a big but. Where is the cap? Cap. Where is the cap? I guess I don't know where it is. We can't ship it with an antenna, but I do like to, every time I send one out with a LoRa radio on the inside, I have to make a note saying, do not power this on. Sweet baby Jesus, please don't power this on until you have an antenna present, or else you're gonna have a bad time. What's up, Jacob? And like, people think I'm playing, and I'm being dead serious. It's just the LoRa module that's important. Everything else is fine. It's just that. So, to be absolutely certain of this, I see, okay, here's the thing, right? I would love to, what's up, Ezla? Ezels? I would love to grab a bunch of dummy loads, like a 50-pack dummy loads if they weren't so expensive. And then when I ship out, put a dummy load on top of the LoRa module just in case. But that would not make sense. And I'm almost sure that, well, I don't know, man. If I could find dummy loads for a good price, I'm pretty sure I could convince Mike of that. Like at least 10. That way, if somebody orders a LoRa, like on the inside, what's up, Sword? But you get what I'm saying? Like it would prevent a catastrophic situation. Yeah, that is actually catastrophic right now, what I just did, because there's no way that was fitting on the inside of this. So let's put this here. And we're gonna grab this DigiKey box. Which, guys, I don't know if you know this, but you could order anything from DigiKey and they will pack the hell out of it. I mean, they sent me rolls of this stuff. The radio files are just getting fried. A hack RF and another Biscuit Pro. Nice, man. I would argue that you just need one, but you know, who am I? Okay, put that there. Yeah, no, I got one thing, and they sent a box this big, and I'm okay with that. But still, that's excessive. Really excessive. Slate 16. Okay, put that there. Back plate is in place. SDR is right here. Put the SDR in there. You broke your other biscuit? How? What do you mean, how did you break it? I recently had somebody reach out to me. They smashed their biscuit. This guy called Ghost Bear. And he's like, I guess a motorcycle. It fell off a motor, and it's destroyed. But I looked at it and I was like, I could sweat off the C5, and that's an easy trace repair. I'm almost sure I could bring that back to life. So I'm gonna attempt it as soon as he ships it. Good morning, Cold. What's up, Snows Cold? I'm missing something though. Six. Put that right there. We're good to go. Picking up your dog at 3. Nice, man. What's his name? GPS SDR. Okay. Thanks, brother. You are appreciated. The C5 was one came around the turnaround. Forklift. Wait. Alex, are you Ghost Bear? On Discord? Honeybee. Yeah, no. There's been no. Well, Alex, if you send me a picture, if you email me a picture of it, I'm trying to do a video on like an actual, like, dude, the guy sent me the picture. It was destroyed, but I just so happened to have 5 C5 modules and like 3 Room 32 modules. So I was thinking about fixing it and then adding one with the IPEX connector and making a weird biscuit. And then after the video, send it back to the guy. But I've been reaching. Yeah, swear to God. Swear to God. Matter of fact, hold on. I'll show you. You remember the C5? Cookie! Thanks, man. Believe it or not, it's a mess. But it's a work in progress. Okay, put that there, put that there, put this here, put that there. Okay, put this here. And then, put that there. And, yeah. UPS ground. And then find some way to cover that up. That would be amazing. No, I mean, that was, like, I'm actually planning on doing this. Like, matter of fact, I think I have the C5s right here. Don't judge the pile of miscellaneous crap in the bin. There's that Pico we built live a year ago. No, that's resin that I wish I didn't get. I should probably... What's wrong with this? Oh, I burnt it right here. Damn. Set the iron down. Okay. Random miscellaneous modules. Okay, yep. There's a Room 32 right there. So I'm almost sure that this would work on the new PC. Checking you live. Nice, man. Congratulations. That's a generic 32. And I want to say this is the C5 I sweated off of that broken C5 CYD. So yeah. I, depending on what needs, I'm pretty sure I have the extra modules. Do I have another one? Which is that? Oh, that's the router module. Yeah. So like every time a dev board is like destroyed, I will sweat off the actual ESP, test it, make sure it works. Ah, Jen, don't worry. I feel the same way. we built a AI stopwatch, which nobody really needs, but I wanted to see get done. I'll probably do a video on it after I add 2 more features to it. The actual module? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so like, if it's ripped off if the pad is ripped, like ripped, the trace is ripped, you can still fix it. And rip that off. Put that there. Put that right there. Off. I want to build a ice. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But it needs work. It was done in a hurry. It's in no way, shape, or form a finished thing. As a matter of fact, I like it better on the C3 than I do on the S3. And I did get sent in some C6s and a couple of C5s to port it over, but I haven't had time, to be perfectly honest with you. But as soon as I get a second, I'll probably do the same thing. And I did get a bunch of the RGB ones, but my plan is to wire them all up in series and then have a Xiao light strip of sorts. E-scooter. Nice. I've never ridden an e-scooter. I rode a moped once, and it didn't have a headlight. And so I pulled into my high school, and I didn't see an embankment. I thought that the parking lot was a parking lot, and I didn't see that it raised. So I kind of hit the embankment, and the handles hit my groin area, and I fell over, and then a cop drove by, looked at me, and just kept driving, and I was in the worst pain of my life. What is my stance on flock? I hate flock. What's up, Jack Attack? Yeah, it was the worst pain ever. Hands down, 10 out of 10, worst pain ever. What's up, Mafia? No pain allowed. No, it was serious pain. Serious. It wasn't like getting kicked in the nuts. It was like getting Hadoukened into another reality of pain. Like, it's just straight, utter, raw pain. Okay, now, as for my next trick, we will modify this Flipper Zero and desolder the RGB mod and send it back. After I find my trusty iFixit Phillips head. And then I gotta send that Halehound out that I just built. And the other one. Yeah, there's a lot to do today. ATNs are FirstNet cell network responders. I'm curious how the polarization of FirstNet needs. I thought Ben Jordan already went over this. Weren't they using Verizon's network? Am I tripping? Huh. What is that clock? What clock are you talking about? Where do you see a clock? What clock? Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is really nice. It looks like it's been through hell, but yeah, excellent. Nice clock. What clock? Hot summertime. All right, let's see if we can do this RGB mod. So the customer said that one of his pins is loose. So we are about 70% sure that one of these pins is broken, which is not a bad thing. We can fix it easily. So let's open her up. Where is my little tray? There it is. Yes, it is a Flipper Zero. We're doing an RGB mod on it. This guy reached out and said he needs this before DEF CON. Takes about 20 minutes to fully repair, so. The problem is these screws strip so easily. So we want to open up so slowly. Now, typically when I do mods like this, I tell the customer not to send his SD card, and the reason why I say that is because it's not needed. So we're gonna put this right over here for right now, on top of the telephono, and then we got that screw. Luckily, we got some replacement screws. MacBook. Now, we grab our Jimmy, where all of my Jimmies are nowhere near me. Where are my Jimmies? I know I'm gonna find my Jimmy somewhere stupid. You know, I have a Jimmy in every corner that I need one, but when I need one, it's nowhere to be found, which is kind of annoying, but you know, we'll figure that out. No Jimmy there, no Jimmy there. Is that a Jimmy? That's not a Jimmy. This is a fake Jimmy, not an authentic Jimmy. That makes me mad, because I should have a bunch of Jimmys everywhere. No Jimmy here, no Jimmy there. Like all of the Jimmys phase. I just got new Jimmys too, man. Okay, so I don't typically like using metal Jimmys to open flippers. I like using the little plastic ones. They're better. They don't damage the case at all or scratch. And some reason, all of the Jimmys in existence, there they are. Okay, I have an old brand new pack of Jimmys and Spudgers and everything of the sort, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna clean this table later and find all of the Jimmys that I need. all in one place. I just had one. Yeah, this right here is your best friend. So we're gonna run it over slowly. Very, very slowly. You don't want to open this too fast because it will break the pin. If it just slightly, there we go, it pushes up. And I think he's tripping. I think the pin is not broken. Yeah, he was tripping. The pins are in fact intact. Thank God. The guy was so sure that they were broken, dude. Yeah, guitar pick. Yeah, that works too. But the guy definitely emailed me and he was like, yeah, man, I'm almost sure that the I buttons are broken. And they're not. So that's a win. Oh, it is broken. It fell right off. As soon as I popped it up. As soon as I took out the screw, it fell over. That's crazy. All right, he was right. Never mind. Well, the pad didn't come off, so we're good. Damn, he was right. That's crazy. So, for context, the customer emailed me and he was like, "Hey, man, can you do my RGB mod before DEF CON?" And I was like, "Sure." And then he was like, "Fair warning, my I button pin is probably broken. Can you do something about it?" And I was like, "You know what, man? Typically, this has happened once before where somebody's like, my I button's broken." And I'm like, "No, it's not." "Yes, it is. I opened it." And I was like, "What? There's somebody else." And I was like, "Even if it is, send it back. I'll fix it." Should not be broken though. And it wasn't broken at the end of the day. It was a completely different flipper. So with this guy, he told me straight up, and I was like, "You know what, dude? I'll fix it for you." So, yeah, we're going to fix it for him. See if we can get there. I just, like, this is the one gripe I have with this. On the Kisu, the I button is a lot better and a lot more reactive with smaller pins. These are long pins for nothing. We also have an infrared transmitter and receiver. Don't you move. Don't you start getting weird on me. All right. I am fixing an I button pin to a flipper 0. Now, here's the thing that I want you guys to look at while you're doing this. Depending on which I button pin you're working on, it could be catastrophic because there's a tiny little SMD component right there. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. There's a tiny cap right there and another cap right there. And either way, you cannot damage anything that is right there. If you do, you will have a bad time and nothing will work. Is that a vape? No. Why would it be a vape? I just said what it was. Everything's a vape. a tiny bit of flux because we can't necessarily clean this with a brush. And we should have taken off this ribbon cable first, but we're just gonna do this real fast. So I'm gonna grab some, where is it? I'm gonna grab some solder wick. I really gotta tidy up, man. Where's my solder wick? Solder wick, there it is. And because this is a flipper, we gotta turn up the heat a little bit. Okay, now we have to hold it in place and put that pin in the hole. Oop. That was almost bad. And we're just going to touch the iron to it a little bit. Make sure it's flat. Okay, that burned the ever-living hell out of me. Nope, that is not good. So what we're gonna do is grab a little bit more flux. We don't want to damage the spring on the inside. Is that straight? Let's double check that. There we go. Yeah. Nice. We're good to go. Let's double check that in the camera. Make sure it's straight. Oh, it's a little... No, it's a little bent. Let's fix that. So we got to tilt it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good. Grab a little nano sponge. I'm going to use this nano sponge right here to get in between where we can't, just to clean up all the gunk. I mean, that looks pretty perfect to me, man. Okay, we're good to go. So now that we've done this part, it's only issue came close to touching something and being exposed. All right. Okay, we still have 30 more minutes, but we should be finishing this rather fast. So we're going to take this little module right here, and we're going to put this to the side. Put this over here, and take out that screw. Put that over there. And now we're going to shimmy, shimmy-ya, shimmy-yay. Oh, it's... Of course it is. This is hooked in place, keeping us from opening it, so we're not going to forget about this piece, because this is his cable that he uses to flash everything with, which is nice. We grab that. And slowly shimmy that out. Put that over there. We unclip this ribbon cable. Take this ribbon cable out. Careful not to hurt anything, and now we do a quick twist. Hey Rick, I'm alright, man. Oh, forgot this part. There we go. Now, careful for the antenna. Grab that. Take this. Put this ribbon cable in there. Now we got our board, but we still got to unscrew a few more screws. That's a healthy battery. It's a really healthy battery. Hell yeah. There's only been a few instances where I've seen spicy pillows. Really? What's it called? Congratulations, Habibi. Hey, Pieware. Hey, Drifter. Welcome back. Pull this up. I'm gonna grab this part right here. And this should just come out. There we go. Pop that out of place. Put that over here. Now there's a couple ways where you can do this. You can literally just pull this down, but we're not going to do that. I don't want to use any isopropyl alcohol to get behind the screen. So what we are going to do is undo this. And then grab our little fake me out Jimmy, which I just had. And now that has disappeared. Where are all these Jimmies going? An easy way to get around all this is to put a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on your Jimmy and slowly slide. You don't want to put alcohol near the buttons because the buttons they will come straight off. Yeah, the cat just has a bunch of Jimmies, man. Now, this is one way to do it. Okay, there's our old backlight right there. Now, let's grab a new backlight and get everything going. That's a light strip. That is a backlight right over here. So we do have a backlight right here, but our display cannot have this on yet because we have the posts still in the through holes. So we got to clean those out with a little bit of low melt solder, not rip any of the LEDs off of the actual board. Bend this down a little bit, fit it in the housing. We will wipe the screen off later. Typically you want to wear gloves so you don't spudge up the display. Double check the LEDs. The LEDs are fine. Let's bend that back a little bit. Grab that. Now the reason why you don't want to use any isopropyl alcohol is because if it gets behind this little display, it'll take months before it clears off and it will leave certain spots. And I've seen it happen too many times. And although I do advise using ISO to get the adhesive off, it can be your undoing if you don't do it right. And thankfully, these new RGB mods have the LEDs or the caps in the back, but that's not necessarily important. We still have to solder that data pad underneath it. So yeah, it fits in place. Let's pop it out. We could do it with the display, but I don't want to risk it. Double check on the caps. The caps are in one place. 1, 2, 3. All right, yeah, we're good to go. Now let's grab this board with us. You want to be very careful with the CC1101 antenna. And go figure, every single flipper I ever work on gets a VTS stamp behind the display that ensures that I worked on it. So let's grab this, put this little RGB mod right there. And we got the data pad as well as something for the, we have an in and an out that we can work on later. What color wire? If this was yours, what color wire would you want on the inside? Like, what color would you... I think I would want purple running out of this. Especially since red... Well, it's see-through. I was thinking red for pos... Oh, you're right. Red. Let's give it about that much. That's a little bit too much, but we can clip it later. Now, let's grab that. Let's clip that just to be absolutely sure. And then this side. I'm so used to it, dude. I get mad looking for certain pieces of wire. Put a tiny dot. Not too much, just a dot. Happy dot. Happy trees. Now we do another happy dot, happy tree right there. Green and purple. Well, we got red for this. We don't got to worry about wiring up VCC. Let's put a little glob right there. Clean off our tip. Now I'm getting hungry. Yeah, now it's hitting. And I still got to go to the post office because there was a package that Dave sent me that did not get delivered. It went to the wrong address. Shout out Dave. Okay, and then that's gonna hook down like that. That's good. Nice. Yeah, I have more helping hands than an octopus, and I could still use more helping hands. Grab a microfiber cloth. You can use a nano sponge, you can use a brush, but with stuff like this, you can get all the flux off with all the fluffiness. All right, we're good to go. Now, we have our flipper, but here's the main thing. Like I mentioned before, these buttons are really sensitive. A little bit of ISO and they will come off. Or the plastic tactile switch will start to degrade. Let's make sure we're not clipping and we're using rubber to hold everything in place. And we're gonna use our little poker. If I knew where it is. Oh look, I found my Jimmy. One of my like 10 Jimmies. Of course I found my Jimmy. I'm really careful with these Jimmies now since I've sliced my hand open like 3 times. Now we're gonna add a little bit of flux. A little bit of flux here. Now we grab a little bit of low melt solder. Now, if you've never seen low melt solder is so brittle, you know it's low melt when you can just snap it. And low melt solder stays melted forever. Just like that. What the hell? Oh, I guess this is gunk. But yeah, that's good. We're good from there. Now, don't know if you guys saw that, but that was low melt solder as an icicle. And I pulled it right off. Yeah, empty holes. Let's be absolutely sure that these are empty holes. I don't want to have a problem of jamming anything in there. Grab a little bit of solder wick. We're gonna have to clean up all this flux in a second before we put on the display, but you can't put ISO directly on the board. So we're gonna use the same rag that's still got ISO on it. Clean up this side. This just got in here yesterday, and typically when I get a flipper mod or a flipper repair, I get it done within 48 hours because I pretty much know the ins and outs of this damn thing. And I've had so many spare flipper parts that I think I've, just from flipper scrap, I got donated like 4 dead boards, one of them being a water damaged board, and they've gone to pretty awesome repairs. Yeah, that's good to go. That's still good. Now, we're gonna grab this. Soldering is fun. It just involves a lot of gloves, a lot of filtering. And it might seem stressful in the beginning, but it's a really useful thing. You know, here's the thing, right? A flipper is always going to be a flipper. You're going to see a lot of devices that, you know, want to be a flipper, but it's kind of its own thing. You know what I mean? There's no, one second. Let's grab that. Replace my own thumbsticks. Dude, I've got a whole box of Hall Effect thumbsticks and different controller mods. I love controller mods, man. That's kind of that's my hobby right there. Now, here's the thing, right? We're not done yet. The trickiest part about all this is, one, making sure everything is clean, which it is now. We'll stamp it in a second. But, yeah, it looks like it's straight out the factory. We now have to actually kind of damage it. Not really the way you're thinking. You can scratch into the ground plane and wire ground to the ground plane, or you can do what I do, which is use a little tiny scratching brush on the pin. So on this ground pin right here, we can go up and down. You don't want to scratch the PCB itself. And you don't want to breathe any of this stuff in either. So give it a second. You can use a X-Acto blade if you want, but this is like the easiest way. That way, when we put some flux and we reflow over it, it'll actually work. How do you like it, Hard Hitter? I love the Cardputer series, dude. Ooh, fiberglass everywhere. Yummy. Just like asbestos. So we're going to carefully scratch, scratch. Yeah, Bmorcelli's new launcher. Dual boot. Amazing. I actually have a video for Bmorcelli later this week. Tomorrow is technically for him, but not really. Although, yeah, I'll send him a collaboration link. Now, just to be absolutely on the safe side, I'm gonna scratch a little bit. Remember, dude, we're scratching the pin. We're not scratching the PCB. So the reason why I say that is because there's a coating. I forgot the name of the coating. But it keeps you from accidentally reflowing something that shouldn't be there. And another thing, you want to be really meticulous on how much flux you use, because if you use too much flux, it'll get into the ribbon cable connector and the ZIF connector. It'll disgust me. Yeah, good as new. All right. Now, we got to make it not good as new. We have to solder a small little glob to that one pin that we just scratched on. So, we're going to grab a little bit of flux here, and the vibro pad, which is over here, we're going to put a dab right there, just a tiny little dab. We don't got to worry about 3.3. That has been fixed. If you do wire it to 3.3 like the old guide, it will just drain power, which we don't want. Put a little bit more. That's good. Put that right there. There we go. We glazed it just fine. Now is the nice part. The nice part is we're gonna grab. Let's grab purple. Oh no, let's grab blue. And let's grab. Shut up. Shut up. Stop beeping. Shut up. And then we'll grab, what colors would I want? Let's give it yellow. Green would just blend in. So for ground, let's make it blue, because it resembles black. About right there. So let's give it a little bit of slack. Nice. Not nice. Let's give it a little bit more. Nice. Now let's bend that down. Yeah, that's the problem here. It does not want to reflow like it's supposed to. The metal does not flow properly. Now it does, kind of. Kind of. There we go. Now, if you ever do work on a flipper, be like really careful, because the metal will not flow as easily as you're used to, if you're used to it. And yeah, that's a little bit too long. We're gonna sit that flat like there, and then we're gonna hook it down so we can clip it right there. And then we're gonna clip that. I want to say that that's really good, actually. Let's lay it down flat. Yeah. Now we can make it permanent, but we don't want to do that because we might have messed up somewhere. So I like to sit it flat in between the caps, right next to the STM32. Just like that. And we're good to go. Now, we can take the display. We don't gotta clean anything just yet, but we're gonna grab the display that we just pulled out and we're gonna line it up. But before we do that, does not sit. Nice. I guess my little stamp is nowhere to be found, so now I know I did it. Oh, display, 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 display. Over there. Set that down right there. Grab this. Get that out the way for right now. Grab our board that we've signed. Put it through where we need it to. And it sits snug. Okay, now that we've got everything snug, it's okay if we touch the display for a second. We do want to bend that back. Just like that. Now, 2 small drops of flux, 2 small drops. Like that, like that. Get our wire ready. Tin our tip. And hit the first side, just like that, done. Hit the second side, just like that, done, bam. Make it a glob, just like it was before. Make sure it didn't leak out the bottom, which it did not, thank God. Sometimes it does. And now that we have everything properly in place, double check it, make sure everything is cool, calm, and copacetic. And grab that wire. And we're gonna join that wire right there. I should not have pulled up, but I did. So, to make sure that we're good, there we go. We want to adjust the wires to have like a natural wiggle, not look like jumbled up. And we also want them to sit flush, flat. So you can give them a direction. You can make it look like it's going left, right. You can make it look perfect. I've never been a person for super meticulous wire running. We're gonna grab this wire. We're gonna bend it down like that. Bring it up, lay it flat. Bring it all the way to where it needs to, and we're gonna clip right there. Where are my snips? There are my snips. So just about there. That's weird. There we go. Now we want it to touch just vibro. So you grab that wire. That's a little bit too much. A tad bit too much. And of course, I clipped way too much. This happens every time. Yep, a little bit of heat on it will make it shrink down. Now we can bring that down, grab the wire by the tip, and join it together. I said together. Wow, of course. Every time. Always vibro. Always vibro. It's never any other pin. Put that there. Ooh. I don't like how that one looks. I hate the vibro pin, man. The vibro pin pisses me off every time. Okay, we're good to go. Now, we clean it up. Hey, Martain. How's it going, brother? All right. We're about done. We got to clean this, though. So, like I mentioned before, we don't want to use too much ISO. So we're gonna grab a nano sponge. And I absolutely love these little sponges. And we're gonna carefully clean up around everywhere that we need to. We don't want any flux to get anywhere else. There we go. Now we lock the display in place. Whoa, I don't like how that... When you put the display in, make sure it's all the way in. Don't just use the tip of the ZIF connector, just make sure it's all the way in. And make sure the wire doesn't get caught up from underneath it. And we're good to go. Now, we gotta wipe the display off with a microfiber cloth, and we can actually flash it with momentum, which it probably should have been from the get-go. And most likely is, actually. And we can start assembly. Now, a quick checklist. Did we forget anything? We soldered on vibro. We soldered the first points and the second points. We want to clean the display. We wiped out all the flux. I think we're good to go. Thank you, brother. However, there's a few dots in his display. I'm guessing that's from like wear and tear over the years. And you want to be incredibly careful with the vibro wire, because when it goes to clip, it has to clip. And if it doesn't, you're going to have a bad time. There we go. Clip there, clip there. Yeah, that's in good place. Now, we grab these. Actually wrong screws just now, even though they're the same screws. I'm very meticulous about where certain screws came from. Put that there. The other side goes right there. Yeah, funny tasting. We said the rules. But it's probably going to be tomorrow since it's Tuesday and we didn't get to 100. Shouldn't be the priority, man. But yeah, we ended up getting a whole bunch of radios and we've been giving away... Hold on, wait. Where is Gear? Gear, where are you, man? You didn't... I have not gotten an email yet. Oh, my back. Okay, there we go. Now, let's assemble this together and make sure that everything is in proper place. Yep. Oh, wait, we forgot one of the most important things. Now, we put that through there. And we push that together without touching the display at all. There we go. Snap fit in place. Check the polarity, make sure that that's correct. Yes, it is. There we go. So we do got a display, but no RGB. We have to set it up in the settings. So we're going to turn this off, power off, check the buttons. Buttons work perfectly, thank God. Sometimes people will wire their wires differently and it'll affect how you press the buttons. So that can happen. Now we go to the other side, clip that ribbon cable connector, push that in. Don't just jam it, it'll slide in easy like. There we go. Now go to this side. And we get to the tricky part. We want to put that in just like that. No smudges on the display, that's important. And now we grab the part that we repaired first, which is the I button, infrared transmitter, and receiver. We're going to set that in place carefully. And grab this. And now put that there. 1, 2, and the one in there. If you screw in the wrong screws, it will be not easy at all. You'll find out that it doesn't screw in when you try to put the case together. You don't want to over tighten, and the reason why I say that is because if you over tighten and you have a mistake, yeah, well, now you need new screws. And that happens a lot. So even though we're putting it together, if we put it together and it doesn't power on, that means we got to redo a wire, or something wasn't done right, or something shifted when we assembled everything. That one. But I'm tightening it because I'm super confident that this works. There we go. Now, we don't want to break these pins like they broke before. Well, I love your face, man. It's okay. Gearbox, there you are. Yeah, Gearbox, can you email me? You haven't emailed me. There's nothing in my email. Please? Okay, now when we put it in, we want to make sure it's, there we go, straight down. Not at an angle, straight down. And we're going to grab our SD card right here. Place that in. Flip that over. Click that in. Power it on. Okay, email my other email, collab@yourpalcal.com. That might fix it. Oh, this is Roguemaster. I don't know if Roguemaster has, Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, sick. Man, I haven't Roguemastered in 2 years? Damn. So, yeah. We can change the light. Sick. Mr. Blake. It's done. If you're watching. And it's going out today. So he'll get it in 3 days. Just in time for what he was anticipating. We'll put a bunch of stickers in there for him. I will check it as soon as Hey, Tennessee! Doon Parati. Hey, what's up, man? I just talked to him. He's right there. Yeah, sick. Let's go to Rainbow real quick. Rainbow speed. And make it insanely fast. Nice. Let's increase the saturation. Static. Hell yeah. Nice. Power off. Let's package this little sucker up. Luckily, I have a bunch of Flipper Zero boxes, so that works out. Oh, stickers. That's a nice haul for the day. 2 Halehounds, 2 Cyberdecks, a Flipper Zero build. Nice. Progress. And just for added palliness, and just to be an extra pal, I'll throw him a Punagachi board. Now, tonight I have to assemble card converters. Put that there. Grab an old M5 stack box with a whole bunch of bibber wrap. Shout out you, Josh. Thank you, man. Let's box this up. Put a box in another box. That's in another box. It's funny, me and Josh have been sending this box back and forth like 3 times. Hard hitter, if you want my advice, like guys, I'll be honest, man, I don't like assembling the stuff that I want people to assemble themselves. Like, no habla español, mi hermano. Only Arabiano. And, is English in Spanish? Yeah. And sprechen Sie Deutsch. Tennessee, you alright? Hospital trip go well? Do you need mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? Look, I'm going to tell you this. If you have somebody build your Halehound, and this is honest to God, no, like, I don't care. Dude, you want to ask me $100 for a 2.5 hour job is annoying. But there is a sense of satisfaction after you build one yourself. Every time I build one, I feel like, yeah, I did it again. But the first time you do it, you're like, damn, that was hell. But now I have something sick that I worked for. And it doesn't matter if you get it from the official website. When you get it from the official website, you support the developer who made it happen. Also, you get the official kit, all the modules sourced all together. But let's say that you sourced them yourself. Even then, you would have the same amount of satisfaction. And I would wholeheartedly, for the record, advise supporting the developer every single time. Like, you can't AliExpress everything because it will be a bad time. Every single person I know that AliExpresses something that with like community projects is annoying. What do I hate about GitHub? Muhammad, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean they fixed that? You can actually get a... Yes, you can. That issue got fixed. Extreme packaging. This damn thing is never getting... It ain't breaking. Nothing's happening to this package. No, sir. Most autistic packaging I've ever done in my life. That right. Yeah. When you get this box, you're almost sure that it's either broken or done. It needs more tape. You guys should have seen the package I sent AK Rex. It was more tape than package, I'll tell you guys that much. Every time I send a package to friends, it looks like utter garbage. Not what's inside, it's with the outside. And it's funny. Oh, okay, package is there. The context is the package is supposed to look like it's delivered via carrier pigeon most of the time, with a big sign that says delivered via carrier pigeon. Nah, I love you. How you been, Hackazilla? I haven't talked to you in a week. Also, I wanted to try the Shark Check payload, man. Did you get my email? Divish catching the end. That's dirty. No, I have not checked my email yet. Whew, woosah. What did I forget? Did I forget anything? Dead channel lapse. The sources of the brigadings. That's weird. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, the carrier pigeon is definitely something real. If you've ever gotten a package from me and it says delivered via some sort of animal, well, it's kind of my shtick. I like making little jokes like that. What's up, KD? What's up, Steve? How you been, man? Steve. Okay. I should probably stop on that. And back plates right here. Put that there. Put these back plates there. And then I have to grab the U consoles and ship those out. It's going to be a long day. All right. To Micro Center, Post Office, Dave's Package. I have 1 hour. I love your faces. I love you guys. We continue off for tomorrow. I must run to the post. I also got to figure out, I got to email which Halehound that is. That's the first and the second. Yeah, I got to take care of those. I love your faces. I love your face, man. I'll see y'all later. I'll see you. Oh, Gearbox will email you, send you tracking.